Hi guys. Okay, welcome to this Team Bold Fitness coaching opportunity call. I have not done a webinar in quite some time. If you've been watching me on Instagram or if we met on Instagram, a lot of the times I do a coach sneak peek, which is a 3-day kind of a more like jump in, jump out kind of format when you have time. But I really had a lot of babes that I'm talking to that are in my current accountability group who are really, really crushing it. And so I wanted to do kind of a pop-up call and address kind of the big questions and the hopefully give some big answers when I can. And a child will always come in. Carter, go downstairs with Daddy, okay? Thanks, baby. So I'm going to share my screen. But first, for those of you who don't know me, because my team does have the opportunity to invite to this. So if you don't know me, my name is Samantha Rosenthal, and I am the founder of Team Bold Fitness. I am a Beachbody coach. So what is a Beachbody coach? I'm trying to get the lighting good. A Beachbody coach is somebody who loves Beachbody programs. And if you are brand new, Beachbody is a health and fitness company that creates amazing workout programs, nutrition guides, nutrition supplements, workout supplements, on and on and on. Now we're in snacks. We have we're just branching out to a million things, but health and wellness is the center of that. And as a Beachbody coach, what we do is we are just in love with the products who just share our journey with them. And a lot of you have started in an accountability group. That's also my story. So I will share a little bit about my story so you can kind of know where I came from if you've not heard this before. So, okay, now I have to, So who am I? I'm Samantha Rosenthal, and I am a mom of 3 babies. I have 3 kids, 4 years old and under. I am a wife. Up until this past June, I was a special education teacher, and I can't see what my little, oh, I have it right here. No. What else does it say about me? And then I'm a life sharer. Yeah, life sharer. And that's what I call myself because I am a coach and I do love Beachbody. And we always joke if you love Beachbody programs, like we bleed Beachbody blue. But that's really not what I feel like I am. I just feel like I share my life on social media and I share it with women to connect to them. And one of the products that I would recommend is and are Beachbody workouts, or is Shakeology, or Energize, or some of those things. But also products that I would recommend to people are like the Rock and Play Sleeper for my infant, or we love the granola bars from Walmart. I am just somebody who recommends things that work for me, and one of those things that work for me is our Beachbody programs. So I started my journey, funny enough, I didn't know it was the Beachbody program, but I did Insanity before my wedding. And when I say did Insanity, I mean like I kind of did Insanity and struggled through most of it. But my friend said she had this workout program. I had heard of Insanity because of the word insanity just stuck in my brain, and I did it, and it was crazy hard. But I did tone up a little bit before my wedding. And then that was kind of that. Fast forward, I was not somebody who ever ate healthy. I didn't know how to eat healthy. I really thought that lean cuisines from the freezer were the healthiest option that you could have. I didn't understand what clean eating was. I didn't understand any of that. It just was not how I grew up. Fitness was not anything that was important to, my life. I was naturally thinner my whole life until probably, around 21. And then I worked in a bar all through college. And so that kind of caught up to me. But then very quickly I started teaching after college and I was on my feet. And so I wasn't in a non-healthy way. I just wasn't really eating because if you're a teacher, you just don't eat all day. So it was kind of like a manageable thing. But then I had my son and all of the unhealthy habits had caught up to me. So in my pregnancy with my son, my very first boy, I gained 47 pounds, and I just didn't recognize myself. I didn't recognize how I felt. Probably a lot of that was hormones and the weight I put on. I couldn't do anything. I just felt really uncomfortable. I cried all the time. I have really, really hard pregnancies. It was just awful. So when he was born, I, one, was like, I would really like my body back. And two, I was like, I need to be able to like have energy. I feel so sluggish. I feel so awful. And so I had purchased 21 Day Fix and a bag of Shakeology before I got pregnant and never did it because I ended up getting pregnant. And I literally went into my pregnancy thinking this is my excuse to eat whatever I want. You know, joke was on me 50 pounds later. So I had 21 Day Fix, and if that's the Autumn Calabrese program, if anyone has heard of it, and a bag of Shakeology. And I messaged my coach and was like, hey, are you doing an accountability group? Like, I really need to get better. And I went all in. I didn't know how to eat clean, and I looked at that nutrition guide over and over and over. I wish I still had the original one because there was like food stains on it and thumbprints all over it, because I studied what this nutrition plan had to offer. I went all in my workouts. I was crazy in love with it. And I did that program on repeat for 4 months, and I lost all of the baby weight, and I just felt amazing. And if you are someone like me who didn't grow up eating healthy, when you start eating healthy, you feel so amazing. And so I was like, I don't know what this is, but this is amazing. I literally was like, I cannot believe that this is happening. I have so much energy, you know, blah, 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 blah. The first time that you like get fit, you know, it's like, what is this feeling? So I saw a post from my coach that she was home with her 4 kids, and it was, you know, she was able to be home because of Beachbody, because of being a coach. And at the same time, I was about to return back to work after maternity leave, and it's very difficult. If you're a mama, you know it's really hard to leave your baby, even if you want to, because I don't think that there's anything wrong with being a working mom. I loved a lot of aspects of it, but it's either way, it's super hard. And I started, I saw that post and I was like, okay, I'm in, because I was having great results and I didn't feel like I was doing anything weird. Like I wasn't wrapping my body to lose weight. I wasn't taking a diet pill. I wasn't doing some of the things that I had really tried when I worked at the bar, because the girls at the bar would bring in a diet pill or they'd bring in something, and I'd be like, sure, I'll try it, whatever. You know, the wrap thingy, I did the wrap thingy a couple times. Like it just didn't work. But for me, I was like, I'm eating real food. I'm drinking this shake that cleared up personally my digestive issues that I had for years. I actually returned my second bag because I was like, this is stupid. I don't need it. And then all of my digestive issues came back. So anyways, I was just a lover of the products and my personal transformation. And so what I saw was an opportunity to kind of have a passion outside of teaching, because I was a teacher who gave my entire soul to my classroom. And then I had a baby, and I was really struggling with the idea of how am I going to give my all to teaching and give my all to my baby, which seems weird that I would add on a third thing. However, I saw it as a way to do what I wanted, which was be home with him. You know, I didn't know where my life would go, and I didn't know how it would turn out, but I was very upset leaving him. So I got started, and, you know, I am now was able to build my business to now be part-time. I serve a couple days a month, or a few days a month, I would say like 4 to 8 days a month. And then I supplemented my income with Beachbody coaching. You know, insert disclaimer that Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success, but I did work very hard on a full-time schedule. So that doesn't mean a lot of hours. That doesn't mean, I was just very focused. So the other part of my story, I always tell like kind of my fitness story. I always say that I was the fast food addict turned clean eater, but I also grew up in a house of addiction. And what I saw my whole life was struggle. I saw my mom unable, to get out of bed, not making healthy choices, and, debt, a lot of debt, a lot of misery, a lot of, abusive relationships, neglectful relationships between her and her husband. And I kind of just thought that life was that way, that you kind of never really got happy. You just kind of got happy, or like happy, okay, but not super like to your core happy. I didn't ever know what that was until I had my son. And that joy is something that I had never felt before. I love my husband, and, obviously we had built a nice little life together. However, when you have a baby, that's joy that is nothing I could understand. But then I started to work on myself. So I became a coach, and part of being a coach, just like if you've been in one of my fit camps, we have to do personal development. And coaching, that's something we do in coaching, is because if you're going to work the outside of your body, you need to work the inside of your body. You need to work your noggin. You need to work your mind. And I started to heal my entire soul. It felt like my body, my nutrition, my gut, and my mind. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I have never felt this good before in my life. So I went all in. But I just want you to know that I came from a place that I didn't even know. I didn't even know what it was like to be healthy. So I love what I do. But I call myself, my business is me. I am Samantha Rosenthal. This is my business. And then I partner with Beachbody. So in this call, we're going to talk about what we do as coaches. What are the top concerns that I hear from people who are considering becoming a coach? How we make money? What kind of resources and training would you get on our team? And then what we're looking for. We have a great team of women and moms, and we're looking for kind of a specific person to join us with us. And then how would you get started? And I don't know what that P is. I looked all morning. I cannot get that P off. So NP. So what we do as coaches, we share our journey. And if you met me on Instagram, or if that's how we connected, or if you follow me now, you know that I just share the whole thing. I don't think that fitness is 100% not my life. It is not everything I do. My kids are a huge chunk of that. And when I was a teacher, I shared a lot of what I did as a teacher, and, managing, running to pick up from daycare. And we have moved 3 times in 3 years. So next month in February, we'll mark our 3-year anniversary when we left Arizona and went to Maryland. Then we went from Maryland to San Francisco. Then we went from San Francisco to San Diego. And in that time, we've had 2 babies. So 2 pregnancies and 2 births. So it's been really, really busy. So I just share my life. Part of my life is trying to be as healthy and happy as I can be. With that is home workout programs that I have found to love, is a shake that I cannot live without, or I would be back in the specialist office. And then, Energize, that gets me going every morning with a green tea, plant-based pre-workout. So these are the things I love, and I share along with all the other things I love in my life, where I got my Target leggings, where I got things I love. And then what we do is we connect with women. So if you're on this call and I invited you, it's because we've connected, we've talked, we've chatted. Maybe the conversation starts with, hey, what kind of fit camps do you run? Or would you like to be in a fit camp with me? But ultimately we have a connection. Maybe we started by talking about our kids, and then it led into a fit camp, or what is this coaching opportunity you keep talking about? But either way, what I do when you see me post on, that I'm working on my computer, is that I'm messaging women. I'm loving on them. I'm checking out their posts. And I'm being very genuine. I am looking for women who are like me, because if you're like me, then you might struggle like me. And maybe I have something that would help you. Maybe that's a motivational quote that would really speak to you because you and I are alike. Or maybe it's the workout program that you've been looking for because you can't get to the gym every day, just like I couldn't when I paid for my membership for 3 years. Either way, I'm making connections and I'm loving on women genuinely. Then I host accountability groups to help people get results in their fitness and in their business. So if you join me as a challenger, I have an accountability group that will help you stick to your program. So you're not just going to buy something from me or, get started, and I'm not going to say, okay, see you later. Have fun with that, 21-day fix. It's here. Let me help you. Let me give you resources. I can't come to your house and help, or the babe's house, and have her do her workout, but I can provide her with as much support as I can. And ultimately it is in her hands to make the first step. Same with the business. I have team pages, we have push groups, we have lots of things to help people be accountable to the business goals that they set. And then that's what we invite to. So I'm inviting constantly. How can I help you? What can I do for you? Is there something? And even at the end of the day, if that's just sending you a meal plan, that's just sending you a meal plan. And that's awesome that I get to help women do that. Then what are the top concerns I get, or objections, or whatever the right word is? Now it won't go forward. Oh, here we go. But I don't have enough time, but I'm not at my ideal size or weight. I don't know where to start. And what's the last one? I can't see it because I can see your pretty faces. Oh, and I don't want to be salesy. That's always a huge one. So I hope when I shared my story, when you know that I built the first almost 3 years of my business working full-time as a teacher with 2 kids moving across country, please know that it does not take a lot of time to build this business. It just takes intentional time. It takes focused time. Corporate or Beachbody headquarters or whatever just came out with a new wonderful checklist for how to build a business, and they even gave times this time around. We've always had checklists. We've always made them as coaches to help our new coaches, but the awesome thing about Beachbody is that there's a whole department there to support the coaches. And one of the things that they created was, okay, you've had this checklist, but now here's a checklist with times. And so it says, like, for 20 minutes, do this, set the timer, and then move on. For 15 minutes, do this, set the timer, and move on. So it doesn't take much time. It just takes intentional time. I do not count me scrolling Instagram as my business time. It does take work, but we have trainings, where it says, I don't know where to start. How do I even know where to start as a coach? What do I do? The second you sign up as a coach on this team, I send you a welcome video that's about, I think it's like 5 or 6, 7 minutes long. And it says what to do right away. What can you do right away? But at the same time, I'm going to put you into a Coach University that has longer videos that explains things in more depth so that you can get a greater understanding and have questions. Then you and I would jump on a call. So you don't know where to start, you don't have enough time. We have answers for all of that. It's just, if you want to build this business or have this side fulfillment that would be your passion project on, I always said that I taught because I loved it, but then when I had kids, I taught because it paid the bills. I serve my family at home because I love my family, but ultimately I'm serving my family. Coaching became mine. It was like, this is mine. I get to do this. I get to build this, and I get to be proud of it. And my husband knows that, and we communicate and make agreements, like depending on the week, depending on how we're busy. Hey, I'm going to go clock into my business for 1 hour. So you need to man the fort with the 3 kids for 1 hour. I get my 1 hour. Or today I went to Starbucks for 3 hours. It depends. We look at the week. We make it fluctuate. But this is my thing for fulfillment. And then what it did is it grew into, just paying. I did a post, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. What made the biggest difference in my life was $200 a month. So I could be okay. Because, you always make a budget, right? But then some kid gets sick, and then you have to get Tylenol, and then something, everything fluctuates. $200 extra a month would allow us some breathing room so that I would be okay to pay the daycare instead of cringing that the check was going to bounce. $200 was the impact that this would give to my life. Huge. Then it was, oh my gosh, $500 will help me pay off debt faster. And then it grew and it grew and it grew. So I never want to underestimate the that $200 could do for a family, and that this business could absolutely give you. I'm not at my ideal size and weight. So a lot of times, this is huge, is that people are rocking a fit camp and I'll say, have you ever thought about coaching? You're doing so amazing. Why are you doing this with me? And they'll say, well, I just want to work on my own transformation. And as valid as I do think that is, I think that it's underestimated how much people watch me after I have a baby show up. They don't say, oh, here's Sam, I just started following her. Here's her transformation 1 year later. They see me sweating and dripping and with my, my mummy tummy out and the things that is my body that's beautiful how it is, but I'm working on it. And they see my body change as I show up for myself. Anybody can Google #transformation picture. Anybody can see the bikini picture of somebody who worked really hard. And that's super great that somebody hustled for that body. However, what is motivating to especially our tribe, us moms, us teachers, us women in the trenches, is that this woman is just as busy as me and is showing up for herself anyways. That is what is motivating. So is it totally kind of scary at first to share your journey? Yes, it totally is. The first time I posted a transformation, I literally shut my phone off, almost cried, and hid it for like a couple hours. And what I have always been met with when I share my journey, truthfully, honestly, and genuinely, is love. Is love. That's it. This is my journey. No one else has anything to say about it. Women, when we show up, women crowd around and cheer us. So, and then I don't want to be salesy. I will tell you, I have never felt salesy in my business, and it was not how I was trained, and it's not how I train my coaches. If you want to push a product, there are lots of companies that can help you do that. What I do and what I train my coaches and my babes and my team to do is share their journey. Hey, if you didn't love Lift 4, say it. Say it in Love Lift 4. You don't have to push something. If you had to return your second bag of Shakeology because you thought it was a bunch of crap, and then you got it again because you weren't as regular, you had, sluggish, you didn't have the same amount of energy, and then you played with the recipe. That's what I did, you guys. I returned my second bag of Shakeology, and then all of the symptoms I was having came back, and then I got it, and I said, you know what, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to figure out a recipe that works for me. Hey, guess what? When you shake Shakeology just with ice and water, it tastes like crap. Well, to some people it tastes fine. To me, it does not taste good. So I blended it. I added peanut butter. I made it work, and now it is like the most delicious thing. But the top coach in the entire network did a call last week for all of us, and she said that she didn't like it at first. She had to play with the recipe, but she knew what was going into her body was worth it. It was not a diet pill. It was not a quick fix. It was something that was worth it. It's kind of like it's figuring a way to get your vitamins in. So if you have a concern, I think it's totally valid. We're busy women. We want to make sure this is worth it. But if there's a will, there's a way. So how do we make money? So we make commission. First off, when you sign up as a coach, the first thing you're going to have is 25% commission. That's off if you get someone started with a challenge pack, just what you've gotten started with, or what you will get started with if you have not been in a fit camp yet. We get commission off of that. But then we activate cycle bonuses, which is a super confusing thing. So I'm not going to go into it, but know that as our team grows, as your team, your mini team, and our bigger team, which is a part of a huge team called Team Forward Fitness, and we have an amazing leader on that team, we're all together, we activate residual income. So when you see coaches making a bunch of money, it's not because they're selling like 1,000 bags of Shakeology every single day. It's because they built a team and they're part of a team that's growing. And the awesome thing is that our team is growing. And so that residual income, when we all come together and hold hands, when we all are helping people, we all get to activate that residual income, that extra bonus cycles. And then when you reach a certain rank, as you build a team up a bit, you activate quarterly bonuses. And that is 0.25% of the quarter sales. Every quarter we get these, if you're at that rank. And you can either get 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, or 1% of the network's entire sales, which is huge. These bonuses are very large, or can be very large depending on how well the network is doing right now. So, but know that this is also a question a lot of times for husbands is this a pyramid scheme? So let me tell you that pyramid schemes are illegal. And I didn't know what they were until I had to look them up. But that was my husband's concern. Is this a pyramid scheme, Sam? What are you doing? Are you about to give all your money and then we're like, not going to have anything left? And a pyramid scheme is two things. One, it is you getting money from somebody without them getting something in return, which is not what we are. Somebody wants to buy something, they just buy it. It's not like, hey, I'm going to take your money and then later I'll give you something. No, it's just a direct sale. They order something, they get it from the company. We don't handle product. I don't have a closet full of Shakeology that I'm sending to people. It is all through the company. We just network and create the fit camps and the accountability groups that I told you about. And then also in a pyramid scheme, the person at the top always does the best. And that is not what coaching is. We can all do better than our coach. If we work harder, if we build a team faster or stronger or harder, we can do better. And it's just so not like that if one of my personally sponsored coaches, she is hustling so hard. And there have been months that she has done way better than me. Her numbers are better. She's signed up more coaches, or her challenge groups are popping way, they're like this party. She does the coolest themes. She's amazing. She can do better than me. It's not like that. And I don't get a chunk of everything that my coaches do. It's let me teach you, let me show you. We're a team, we work together. And again, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success. A coach's success is evident from their skill and their level of action. So these are some income. I share my income on my stories and on my posts, so you can check those out. But I did want to show you some leaders on our team on how they grew their business. These are people I know. These are people I work with in our leader team. Keisha Fitzgerald actually has a podcast called Empower Her. It's very good. I recommend you start listening to that podcast no matter what. And she is somebody who grew her business. You can see month one, she made almost $800, which is huge. She came out the gate hustling. And then by month 16, she was making $10,000. Again, that's not from a million bags of Shakeology. It's from growing a team, being a part of a team. And she is the most energetic, happy, giving person I've ever met in my entire life. So it makes sense, her level of success. Same with Ashley here. Month 2, she was making almost 700. And then by month 27, a much longer, but then she was making 5,000. Same with Paula up here in the top. By May 2018, she was making 4,500. She just retired from her full-time corporate position. We are very good friends. We're success partners. So this business has opportunity to grow as fast as you want to grow. If you want to run, I run with you. If you want to walk, I walk with you. It doesn't matter. Your goals are your goals, and that's great, and that's okay. It took me a lot longer than it did these coaches, but we love everybody, and everybody has different goals, and everybody has different stories. And that's what makes this team so freaking amazing. So what are the resources? So what will happen is that you will have access to our team page right away. We'll add you, we'll introduce you. It'll be so fun. You'll get to meet everyone in the team page. We have weekly team calls, and then a lot of times it's just people asking questions or sharing resources, or maybe wanting to find success partners. Hey, we'll text each other every day and, push each other so that we can, reach whatever goals you individually set. We have team accountability groups. So a question I get a lot is, am I going to have to come in and then start doing all the things? Do I have to make up a group and fill it and do all these things? You can do that if you want, but we have team accountability groups. So we have a big team page called Fit Camp, called Together We Are Better. And we just kind of started that. And so anybody can add any challenger that they have. Any of my coaches can add a challenger. So you don't have to recreate the wheel. Then we do these awesome program specific ones, like everyone right now is doing Transform 20. And then we'll all hustle together, but we do that together. It's not like, okay, you're a coach, have fun, fill a fit camp. No, we all do it together because it's way more fun to meet babes that way. And community is everything. For me, moving so many times and being stuck at home. I don't want to say stuck because I don't see it as a negative thing, but you're either working or you're home with kids, right? I don't live the single life I might have used to, and I'm not doing happy hour and I'm not talking to people. The community is everything for me. So that's really awesome. And then you'll have the Coach University, which is a training program, and then coach open houses and calls like this. This was a call that I kind of popped up a little late, but most of the time we have a lot of notice, so we can invite people who we think would be great as coaches on our team to these calls, and then we do them together. So a lot of times I host them, but I ask other people to host, I ask other people to co-host, and we just do it together. So it's not about recreating the wheel. It's never a lack of resources, but it is a lack of resourcefulness. If you feel like you're stuck, I promise you, it's not because the answer isn't there. It's because you haven't found it yet. My coach who signed me up, she went inactive a little bit after I started, and I was too nervous to reach up to her coach, which was so silly, because I ended up recreating everything because I felt like I had to. And so but I am proud of that because, heck, if I didn't have an answer, I went to YouTube. I looked up the top coach in the network or whoever was in 2015, and I went to her YouTube page and I listened to what she had to say. Every single Monday, we have a national wake-up call where the network, the company, has coaches who are rocking it, do a mini training, so 30 minutes. And so it's not because we don't have resources, it's because we have a lack of resourcefulness if we aren't finding the answers. Or you just ask me or somebody in the team page. But so who are we looking for on this team? These are some of the babes on our team. We have pharmacists, we have stay-at-home moms, we have social workers, we have teachers, we have Army wives, we have marketing managers, who else? Executive assistants, we have a program manager. We are women. We are hardworking women who are trying to be healthy and fit while having a family and having a job and doing life. It doesn't matter what size you are. It doesn't matter what your full-time job is. It doesn't matter if you're starting with 0 followers and you have no social media experience. What matters to us is that you're willing to work. And I don't mean give up your whole life, but you're willing to learn and do and act, come on our calls and then try it out, make a post like the team's training suggests, or the national wake-up call gives a tip for something. You have to act. We can't just read all the books and study all the things and not do anything. We have to act and then share. And then who want to dream big? It's so fun to be here as a coach and actually dreaming big, not like when I was a teacher and I would dream kind of big, and then I would say, well, realistically, I can only do one vacation maybe every year. And that's always to see family at Christmas. So that's all I'm doing, unless I could drive, or do something quick. It was always met with, well, but we really can't do that. Or maybe in 5 years we can, go on a vacation together as a married couple. And it was very defeating to me. And in this business, we set some really amazing travel goals this year that we would have never, ever, ever set. We would have never even had a third kid if I didn't have this opportunity and this ability to dream big and know that if I work really hard, it is possible. I love teaching, and I love, oh my gosh, I love my students so much. I really do. Like, I miss them. I know all of their names. I still have my puzzle piece on the wall with each year. I had all my kiddos with autism write their names on it. And I love them, but I couldn't do anything else I wanted in my life. And this opportunity allowed me to start doing that. I mean, I took my husband to Mexico. We're taking our entire family on a cruise that Beachbody, I earned through Beachbody, and then paid for more than 90% of it through Beachbody, and not my commission. Like, you earn trip dollars. So there are these amazing opportunities to just hustle so that you can live the life you want. And I am super proud to be a coach. So if you are looking to get started, how are you going to do that? So this just happens to be Transform 20, because Transform 20 just did the launch. But there are literally a million packages. But this was just honestly the picture I had on my computer. And so that's what I have going on. So if you have purchased a challenge pack already, so if you are in a fit camp and you are having amazing results, what will happen is that you can sign up as a coach, and the $40 fee will be refunded to you. We get, it's $40 to sign up as a coach, but when you purchase your own products, that fee is waived. So if you were to sign up with a challenge pack at the same time, the fee is just waived. Otherwise, you have to pay the $40 and then we refund you. Or you can buy some new things that you want to try, like Recover and Energize or something like that. But I will tell you, if you have not been in a fit camp yet, I will not sign up a coach without them buying a package. And the package is ultimately different combinations of fitness. So Beachbody On Demand, that will give you an entire year of all of our workout programs. So your gym for a year, and then a combination of nutrition. There's multiple options. You could do Shakeology, you could do Recover and Energize. There's lots of different combinations, but it's basically nutrition and fitness put together in a package on a sale price, and then you sign up for free. But you do not have, you can't be a Beachbody coach without doing something Beachbody. So I will not sign up a coach unless they have a package, or they were in a fit camp and are just, signing up because they've already purchased their stuff. The great thing is that once you become a coach, there are no requirements. We do pay a $15 a month fee, but we receive 25% off everything that we have. So if the example I always use is Shakeology. So Shakeology is normally $4.33 a day, $130 for breakfast for a whole month. That price drops down to $97. Add in your coach fee, which is $15. So you're paying about between $113 and $115 depending on tax. And then as a coach, you pay $2 for shipping. So you're still saving money. You're still saving money even though you have the coach fee. And that coach fee is everything, because when somebody has an issue with shipping, when someone needs to do a return or an exchange, the company handles all of that. We have a website that they manage. We just, trust me, it's like your overhead is $15, and on a business standpoint, that's like nothing. So, and then that 25% off is everything you buy. So if you buy Energize as well, that's also 25% off. If you buy beach bars for your family, if you buy a t-shirt, that's everything. So a lot of times we do have babes on our team who are avid customers who just want the discount, and that's super great because then they save money. And so we're super happy to give that to them. But there are no requirements. It's not like, hey, you're a coach and you have to get this many people started or you're out. There are no requirements. We have lots of discount coaches, and then we have lots of business builders. Everyone has different goals, and the beautiful thing about this company is that they really, truly just want everyone to have the opportunity to get as healthy and fit as possible. Oh. So if someone joins the team and they quit, if someone joins a fit camp and they return it, yes, on your next commission, that would just get minused out of your next commission check. But I will tell you that that's happened like 4 times in my almost 4 years as a coach. It's not often. And when somebody does need to return it, I really, really encourage them to do so, because I'm here to change lives. While I'm changing lives, I do make money, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But my goal is I have to change lives to then make money. So if someone can't drink Shakeology, they don't like it, or they don't want the Energize and they need to return it, I'm happy, because I'd rather have a happy customer than a bitter customer. So, but honestly, I think 4 times in my entire Beachbody coaching career. Sorry, I just saw and Ashley couldn't hear, but she's back on, so I think she's good. So, and then the last thing I have to say is, why not you? Why not dream big and just go for it? A lot of times we're so worried about what other people think. But if it was up to you, probably if, you're on this call, so you're interested, why not just do it? Why not just start? I had this conversation, there are lots of different people in the world, and the kind of person I am is I have to say, and my husband is like this too, but he goes real dark. His worst case scenario is always like the house sets on fire. So like, what is the best thing that could happen and what's the worst thing that could happen? So you become a Beachbody coach. The worst thing that could happen is that you get 25% off your own journey to become healthier. So you save money on your own Shakeology, and you have a community that would help you, and you save money, and nothing else happens, but you get healthier and you get, more confident in your body, and you learn skills to help you in your life. That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, literally any dream that you have comes true. Best case scenario, you hustle really, really hard. And in that hustle, you become a person that you're so damn proud of, you could beam. I've been having so many conversations with the girls who are in this Transform 20 Fit Camp, and they are feeling so amazing. And that wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have invited them, or someone didn't invite them to the Fit Camp and say, hey, do you want to do this with me? You want to do Transform 20 with me? I'm going to do it. You're going to do it. We're going to sweat together. It's going to be super great. If we wouldn't have invited each other or had that happen, if my coach wouldn't have invited me, I don't know where I would be right now. I don't know where my kids would be. I don't know where my marriage would be. And so best case is that you set these goals for your life and they actually happen. You actually pay off all of your debt. You actually get control of your emotional eating. You actually have the marriage you've always wanted to have, because your date nights are every Friday night, no matter what, because you can fund them. It's you want to travel more. It's happening. It's not about the money. It's about living a life of choice, of living a life of freedom. And that's why I named our team Team Bold Fitness, because of the quote from Robert Frost, freedom lies with being bold. We have to make bold moves. We have to do things. We have to not care what people think. We have to not care what anyone says, and we have to do it anyways, because ultimately we are the ones who matter. Our opinions matter of ourselves. There's a very short list of people's opinions who actually matter to us, that should matter to us. It's like your husband, your kids. I wouldn't even say your parents. Love them to death, but we're adults now. So I hope that I get messages from those of you who are on the call live or who watch the recording and you're ready to start your journey. You're ready to become a coach and you're ready to challenge your life and get freaking excited, because this team has a lot of babes who want to impact a lot of lives, including their own, and we're on freaking fire. So, 45 minutes, good. I talk really fast, so I hope that I explained things well, but if you have any questions, please message me at any time. And that is it. I'm going to stop the recording.